map.
XLG on the defense here. Rarga gets flashed onto the corner, but Bang is waiting for him. Coconut chucked a little bit low and sticks it. Hangs around, and John makes quick work of Midi as well. He looks to try and swing off contacts with Coconut. Now it's Viva and happywei. Neither particularly proximate to the site as happywei steps up first, going on a little bit of a solo endeavor. Was able to sidestep that relay bolt and aware that Zekken is still on the corner, and eventually there's going to be a multi-swing coming his way. He has to know it. Viva's still not here. happywei's fighting for himself right now.
Viva slowly creeping through the link. No, going to double up. XLG opting to play together here. They know where Zekken is. We can't going to get that information towards the backside as they scale forward. Time dwindling a bit.
At some point, they've got to give us a tap. Here's Zellsis on the swing, but again, the spacing. Zekken finally arrives. happywei got it to half the slide on it. It's good!
Interested to see how effective Midi is going to be in this Breach debut for him. Hasn't played it at all with Trace's team this year.
They're going to play off the fault line here. Sentinels starting to make their way on towards this B site. C's thrown in. happywei is going to be forced to remain in this position. Paranoia, though, coming through from that Boba direction. That's XLG trying to set something up, but their anchors aren't ready to actually play off of that util. But there's Coconut and happywei coming alive. And John brought down.
Push out of smokes together. Look at the way that they're able to support happywei.
Really. Two players in alley. It's an easy position to smoke off. The one way that was a little bit intimidating for them. happywei wanted to linger. Bang can obviously TP across the site. They've dealt with this tripwire. Here comes a rolling thunder. This will force the players out of alley. Now XLG have lost that strong defensive position, the ability to set up a crossfire from Link as well.
Hoping that Zekken could have caught someone there, but XLG able to round the corner. Drone to reclear. Should be pinging out Bang. Paranoia, but just doesn't want to take this fight. Wants to cycle the dark cover first.
The refresh of that one-way is massive. That is going to bleed some more clock, but Rarga is already nipping at the heels, starting to make his way up from main. Narrate knows the pressure's coming. Turns to flash, and 3 players from XLG, 4 in fact, set up, and Zekken is here to mow them down. One more for the Blood God, he says. I'll have them all.
Already 9 kills on the board. Perfect swing timing. XLG.
Again, yeah, some space may be bored here, but Zekken's able to scale back into it. He doesn't even need any help. Narrate gets there.
XLG and Narrate covering both of those angles.
And you could even suggest
extending through elbow. Second Prowler used to clear all of this out, make it safe for him to get right into this site, take the space for the team.
I love that! happywei reluctantly gave up elbow as the util came in wide, but he never really left.
And that's Rarga able to take a clean duel against Bang, who was trying to get through that one-way dark cover. Look at Zellsis on an absolutely mad flank. He was just chilling in B main. And now, John looks like he wants to get out of
30 seconds left.
Jordan, come on. Into spawn he goes. Coconut with only a sheriff. And he's got a sense that Zellsis could be somewhere close by. Perhaps not that close. Cyber cage there for Zellsis. He might have to play around that neural theft. Also, John holding it down in mid, but time is short. They've got to get John out of mid. And he's brought down by Midi. Zellsis would have to try and salvage. He needs to find Rarga, but he's run off. There's no chance for Sen in this round.
He's just on the run with the movement. Catching off the spike in mid. John was up.
That is a wild TP forward from Coconut. Pinged out, though, they've heard it. Coconut by no means is committed here, but look at XLG fighting for mid. They've got Rarga up there in the middle as well. Paranoia, Bango has got around in a bit of a time in that XLG aren't ready for. One by one, they crumble. Midi's able to get 2 on the round, but happywei's going to fight for his damn life.
Man, break the cam. They want to accelerate off the back of this. There's no one to really anchor here for XLG. Maybe Midi can hit another lucky headshot with a sheriff through smoke, but it does not seem likely at all.
I mean, look at John. He's also got this rolling thunder to punish a potential flood back in from these sheriffs. Sen clearly realized the time for subtlety is well and truly over. Now Drone Zekken wants to get ahead of it. This is a little bit dangerous. He's able to back off the line. Here comes the rolling thunder. Narrate trying to get to a safer spot. Zekken taken down. Odor's marker was where the thunder went. And XLG now with these sheriffs, recovered rifle. Rarga still working with it. Narrow with the shorty. Flattens. Rarga gets on out there, but Bang steps up for 3. Make it 4. And Viva. Sight line cut off. No step to the side. And Bang is waiting for his just desserts. Not quite the ace, though. Viva's recovered rifle goes to work.
That Puncher's Fury just did not net any value. Bang steadfast. Some attention being drawn away. Narrate fighting close to.
Close by. They know they haven't wrapped because that trapwire is still intact. This timing is important. Now they know Rarga has pushed up tiles. Bang went for info himself with that Omen ultimate. Now Sentinels have to make a decision. Back to B seems to be the call.
Like this from XLG, they get that pick and they immediately get out of dodge, ready to claim for this retake. Sentinels, they want to opt to get into a B split. Again, the tripwire's still here, going to be very dangerous. happywei wants to anchor backside.
Rarga coming from the top of the map, he has the timing, he can get into mid. The zekken has already gone to work on the defenders. There's Rarga turning up. Found a moment to get top mid, dealt with Zellsis and then followed through.
Pretty clear. No, I do believe it was broken. Coconut wants to get the info here. He's going to be stunned up, but zekken can't go in too fast. Right, eats that. He is obscure the view from top mid. happywei's going to need to go off. Tight angle connects the headshot.
Towards market side. Coconut not spotted on that flank. It's going to be John. He'll have utility in his hand. It's an easy kill. Oh, it's the spike as well. Now he can refresh the one way. Paranoia comes in. Sen can't really afford to respect that. They've got to go for it. Zekken doubles back, at least deals with the Omen that gummed up the works. Now Stinger Sheriff and proper rifle for XLG, but zekken is waiting again at box.
They want to swing while the spike is going down. zekken can't connect, neither can the XLG players. Aftershock going to force him right into the fault line. zekken in danger.
It's Bang though that's really under pressure. Cosmetic stun, apparently the fault line is. And this is more time. Narrate's now been able to join the rest of Sentinels. Lai Gaming have got Viva here trying to shock dart his way on out. Bang! Caught by that one. A whole 46 points of health stripped off of him, and now it's down to Narrate and zekken, the latter, who's just too sharp. 3 for the round, and happywei, as brilliant as he's been, he's going to have to bring a world-beating performance to deal with this. Crosshair positioning broken.
This is no problem.
5 health for happywei. Narrate needs to get in here, and he should be able to finish the job. Top mid play.
I mean, he just might want to swing. Yeah, this trip would have to be broken, though. That'll give up the game. zekken wants to go through. They want to split this B side from 3 angles.
Relay ball doesn't connect on anyone, and he's not happy. Not ready for happywei to be tucked in on that corner.
That was a cosmetic stun if I've ever seen one. Rarga wants to get into backside. He wants to anchor happywei duo. The 2 stars of XLG, the best aimers here to anchor.
Oh, okay, that's good. happywei at least able to make the trade. Normally Rarga's used to being set up by happywei, but here they're going to have to go with solo. Delta's around the cyber cage. Narrate was able to get board tied and push up the right. And he is a multi swing in theory coming out from market, but they don't respect John's position. Even in numbers, Midi though has to step up to the stage. And it's a big ask to Coconuts. I don't know if Zellsis is aware. Oh, he's not! happywei's able to get the jump on him, and now quick pivot back as you would expect. This guy, he's been the star so far for XLG. Previously, considered a brilliant but often overlooked player in Rarga's shadow. happywei's really taken to this debut on stage.
And now it's actually Rarga who's left in this lurk position. Trip is going to have to be broken by Narrate. Just aware that he has some opportunities to take tools against players as the spike goes down. Planted for B main on the stairs.
zekken hoping an opportunity might present itself. But XLG disciplined in this post plant.
Yeah, Midi has a full kit to play with in this post plant. Just ready in B main with the stun.
Aftershock already getting drawn out now. Relay bolt thrown on the side. It's happywei, the one who set things up. But all of a sudden, Sentinels back in with numbers. Midi trying to hold it down. Has 2 flashes to work with. And Rarga tucked to his left. Surely you can do something with this, but instead, Narrate just ruins him. John taken down through the smoke, but does he know Bang is on the defuse? He found the timing! But for how long? Sees what he needs to at that shoulder peak. Fault line comes in and Rarga tries to soar into the side, but Narrate scenario in a moment.
Cam broken. happywei working his way into B.
I like that idea. Let himself be pinged, but the timing doesn't quite line up. Zellsis realizes, yes, yep, happywei is here, as always. Able to get the better of him. Winning that individual fight out is huge. And this would be a pretty strong conversion on the buy route for Sentinels getting back into this half.
Get him out of there. Aftershock, multiple prowlers.
Rarga spotted out early. Relay bolt thrown to at least give zekken a safe retreat. Narrate here. Might have an opportunity. Rarga's pushing in on me. He's so deep, and Narrate's able to deal with him. Thought he was stunned up briefly by the relay bolt. You really declawed XLG with that pick off on the Neon. Viva very patient on this line, but Zellsis doesn't give him enough leg to make use of. Remember, Narrate is in this A side. He's in the A side, creeping up on the planter. What a timing! Sentinels looking dynamic here.
These rounds. I was talking about in the press conference the other day that back when Sentinels had that tragic showing at Bangkok.
happywei and Rarga leading the way.
This is exactly what they needed. They have to worry about Link right now. There's no smoke to cover it up, and Narrate is just happy to get a forward position. This could certainly catch someone off guard.
Right with him, make a correction, but he does. God, he's been good here. Trying to back away now. Rolling Thunder comes through from the attack as XLG want to disrupt Sentinels as they make this push out of Link. Timing is everything though. Rolling Thunder. God, they're using all of it as well. Nightfall expended now by Sentinels. Narrate not quite ready to get up on this line. Good damage though through the wall, and Zellsis has come to the rescue. Now, the Fate can keep moving. Rarga is here in halls alongside Viva. Try and keep eyes on this. But that fast lane makes it tough, and Rarga's chunked down to 8. These next couple of shots, critical for the duelists, so they do get second. But now it's on Viva. 1v2, Zellsis on the line. Viva down to 20, and that'll do it. They've done enough, Sentinels, to get themselves to map point.
And they are as good as ever. This would require a monumental comeback, but Zekken is too good right now.
In a market though, at least XLG have been able to set up a staging ground. This will leave Zellsis looking a little bit stranded, but do they check this corner? Absolutely not! A freebie for Zellsis here as Rarga deals with it, but it's electrified play! Defenders.
Yeah, that's due to Bang just jump spotting on seed pressure into tree. Rarga and Midi are stuck. This is a bizarre situation. Zellsis doesn't want to give them an inch. He doesn't want to swing.
Gonna wait, and there he goes. Emerges with a right click, and it's another one for the 5 merchant. And the door shuts. Narrate with the swing.
Spike down A.
Zellsis eventually brought down. Narrate also both offenders from the defense side quelled, but the spike's loose. Zekken might have a timing here. Disrespect the poison orb and push through seems to be the plan. And I for one am here for it. Step up on the site, Paranoia cut through. happywei tucked along with Coconut. This paint shell definitely going to rattle the cage a little bit. There it is, happywei brought down by it, but Coconut and John. The one-way being respected. John swings while paranoid.
The patented Zellsis arc rose in the top right that gets the blind onto Midi. Zekken had a lovely nade there towards the end, but it was just John stuck in waterfall.
Important round to convert on for Sentinels. Great start. Look at that pop out of B, and there's 2 players sat on that line. Coconut and happywei out of the game. Once again, another player doubles off the line. Bang gets out, realizing that Rarga's coming for him now too.
And I'm sure XLG wanted to get towards B, but realized they just have to get into A fast after all that.
Planted.
Fighting occurs in main. A lot of damage done to Narrate and Zekken. Perhaps if they had real weapons, those would have just been straight up kills, but maybe the low HP could be enough for XLG to get back into this.
Sees in towards Pip, that is definitely going to catch on the Midi, decaying him down, holding him in place, and so Viva gets overwhelmed. No chance for Midi to try and trade there from lower Pip. Gonna have to be a fast play now here from Sentinels, and when Midi tries to gum up the works, it's Rarga dealt with. Neon comps, you do risk that little shoulder peek out on the seat. And now it's time for SLG to double back and return. Razorvine caught Rarga briefly. He'll be able to regen up some of that shield to get onto the side. Once again, Sen are going to allow for this, Wyatt. They want the full retake behind. They're still guarding.
It's going to be ripped right now. Rarga's pressed up very far forward, and with these weak weapons, it's just all too easy.
John and Zellsis combined for 4. Finally, Midi will have access to
A fight is going to commence. XLG getting out fast. Rarga using that lane to get forward. Sen want none of it. They peel back to the site.
Looks like Coconut ulted for some information. Zekken down, that's a duelist out of the way. happywei leads. It gets aggressive, but bangs up a sprain down through the box. A good TP away, and Narrate picks up the line for him. Again, defensive trading, very, very strong for Sentinels. And they swing around that corner. Bang is handled. Viva, though, low. Sen have given up this A site now.
You know that John retreats temporarily. Zellsis silently working downstairs, hoping that... Oh my god, what a double face! That's beautiful from XLG.
And that our drone isn't going in John's direction. He is able to slip past it. Coconut, though, finds it. John knows approximately this A-side take. XLG are allowed to simply walk up.
Lightball could come out from there. Stunned up.
He's got to hear Rarga across the side. They know he's here. Zellsis gets the drop on him. And the Razorvine means that nobody can follow up on the Neon. Oh, God. No one is looking in Narrate.
Last player standing.
Once again, it's a timing that XLG are just not ready for. In this round, the round here is really going to hurt the Chinese #1 squad. Hard for Rubble this round. We're going to let you walk into that Sentinel duty who are filling the shoes of EDG, which is a big job. That's the top representative from their scene. access gained to the C side, but as usual, Sen will allow for this. It'll be a flood behind the Nightfall to get back in.
The two hero rifles and the two best aimers from XLG. Rarga wants to push forward. He's hungry for that first kill.
Oh no! Rarga wins it out. He's first in the game. Eventually he'll fall, but he feels like he's probably done enough now. Narrate wanted to get ahead of this. In fact, all of Sentinels disrespecting. Here's that flood. Midi on the line, marked down. Of course, decayed quite low by that Nightfall. Coconut still gets his. Exactly Viva going to be pinged out to the back of the site now. Neural Theft here for the attackers, and happywei's somehow wended his way behind Sentinels. It's all on John. Plenty to see, a lot of targets to go for, and he knows, of course, those pulsing tethers where he needs to look.
Unfortunate.
happywei gives him a tickle. He's got 3 bullets left in the chamber. No time to reload them. No fault line here for Sentinels.
Well timed on this pit. John throws down to stop any aggression towards C. Drone hoping to be used to clear him out, but he's able to get out of the way. And with the drone expired, you just really can't feel comfortable trying to get through the pit. So this is a pivot back to A, where a couple XLG players are inserted.
Is there a timing out of tree to be found for Sentinels? Zekken seems to think so. Door toggled. Bang takes an off angle, turns the flash. That's going to be checked for. Relay bomb comes in, but they're not ready for this. Zekken in the corner. Narrate from Upper.
One enemy
Picture
remaining.
perfect haul from Sentinels. Approach to this bad buy. Break crosshair with Rarga, then follow up on it. Zekken though gets out. He can sniff that something isn't right. Paranoia comes in, but he spaced this out a little bit with his own paint shells. Bought time now for the rest of the defenders. Hunter's Fury deployed onto the map, and XLG have unfettered access now to this B site. John will be forced away by this aftershock.
With some great util from them to get in. Heads up haunt from Narrate. We'll get the positioning of happywei. The one hero rifle for XLG will have to come up huge with a flank timing, something.
The paranoia, maybe a seize to let them flood in behind, but they don't have the brim, or rather the breach flashes to work with. So far, so good. Still weaker weaponry for the attackers. Paranoia connects. Narrate deals with happywei, and Viva now takes some pot shots in through that smoke. John has to get on the defuse, but Coconut's already found some damage. A better weapon, maybe. It's half. John will be protected by Zekken. 6 defense side rounds for Sentinels. Decisive A-side variation. A bit of rubble presence. It doesn't pan out though. XLG or elsewhere, they've got so much, a veritable ton of util to try and fight through. And again, you're sliding past the shield wall. Where's the backup supposed to be for Rarga?
Disadvantage.
30 seconds left.
They want to pivot back to C. There's still so much util here. happywei tries to find a timing. He does get in first, clears out some of the thorns.
Paint shell could end him though. Nope, Zellsis gets to him first. A com-level flank play from happywei over the course of this map, but he's too low to do anything.
Is forward. It's a baby door. They want to get into this big site right now. Rarga going forward with the overdrive. Vulnerable up. Can he even find a target? How deep does he want to push?
John still respects it. They try and set up a multi-phase situation. Rarga down to 49. He's got himself 2. And that's going to have to be enough. Shows up for second. Fire! Oh, man! And the paint shells! He's doing it all!
Not only does he stop the plant, but that's the Rolling Thunder gone.
Now Coconut trying to figure out if there's a way to make use of this from the shadows. But instead he goes to the Shadow Realm. Zekken and Bang are in no hurry. That's after happywei, who's definitely been the most inspired component of this XLG outfit to try and make this respectable 5 rounds in this first half.
30
He
seconds
can
left.
get this plant down safely, which he does. Will have an opportunity to throw that neural theft. There we go. He knows where to look.
Now sometimes, even if you know what's coming, doesn't make it any easier. It's Zekken in that first map and it wasn't enough. This time they got 0. Rarga gets off to an A start. Let's see if it's going to be a good one. Zellsis has just had his number the entire game, and this round is no exception. Coconut's on a flank here, but they hear the footsteps, the pitter-patter. Bang is ready for it. And Viva
Last player standing.
and steps up. John is just too clean with it. It's on happywei, who's not been able to reprise that incredible performance from Sunset. Who has been a little quiet.
Is it a good idea from XLG? Sure, but the execution falls to pieces. Where are the trades? Where is the good spacing that we saw from them in their run? It just crumbles in that moment. Can happywei be a hero? catches John on the cross. Isolated 1v1. But does have a Prowler to get out here. Potential Haunt as well. Stun onto Zellsis. They want to isolate despite Rarga pushing forward. Great double peek. I love that proactivity to find an advantage. That's going to give away the game as well. Look at the rotation from XLG on the top of the map, taking out that Sentinel. They know the hit is going to be coming into A.
Zekken's got one job and one job only, but Viva had the stopping power of a MAC truck to take the Rays out of the round. Bang, drill with bullets through the boxes. Narrate getting just the kind of engagement this thing a player wants. John's actually got a rifle to play with.
One enemy remaining.
He will be the last one standing.
Spike down A.
Right for fifth, John stepped up. Got the open here, so definitely want to work as many of these corners as possible. In fact, the B side was just the one for that. This door toggle, Zellsis has to call this quickly. He's able to avoid the paranoia, but he doesn't want to take this fight.
They've left Zekken all the way over and tree on A, by the way, as they're trying to get him stuff. Rarga, again, able to find an opener. And it's a pivot back as Zekken is just taking this forward position. Can happywei catch him? Yes, he does. Zekken shot in the side.
Sen here making a couple of rough assumptions. And Narrate is getting involved again with the Odin. No one getting pinged out by that recon. Bang with a smoke on upper, but still no plant. That spike is loose.
This is XLG just taking the time, ready to pounce when the spike gets tapped. 15 seconds left.
He's playing close, and Rarga. That is a full Ferrari pick there for Nang.
10 seconds
Nicely jump.
left.
7 seconds left. Still needs to be a plant at some point. John taken down by Coconut. Off that push from stairs.
Player standing.
And it's all on Bang. Bulldog with Midi and Viva standing in his way. Wraps around, but XLG are doubled up there. Not willing to take 1v1, but Bang's not going to give him a bloody choice. 4 kills for the Red Bull clutch.
Just late in the game. Bang, that initial kill. The paranoia is swinging potentially into multiple angles where he could have even gotten just traded out, but now Midi has picked up the Outlaw. A couple light armor / regen for Sen as they walk towards these trips necessary to break it. Spike is here, and Narrate.
Nightfall now available here for Narrate. Bang also with it from the shadows. A lot to work with, and the spam is going to be deadly from this Odin. A very permeable piece of wall stands between Sen and XLG, and Rarga hopes to step up. Razorvine here is definitely going to be respected. Still not yet a plant, and Narrate has gone down. The spike is loose. John's going to come forward. It's him and Zellsis versus the entirety of XLG's combined might. And Zellsis with the spray down gets him there.
On the clock for Sentinels to get the spike down. There's so much excellent pressure from XLG coming in. Again disconnected. That could be the crux of XLG winning this and staying in the game.
There's the smoke. This might be a pretty quick one. Sen really angling for a powerful post plant with a Viper's Pit in the mix. Coconut feels the pressure. It's immense. Second now with the showstopper holding on to this for a time. To upper. What's the timing going to be?
30 seconds
able to
left.
avoid it. Here is that Viper's Pit though. All of that retake. You two are going to start to be expended by XLG. They're going to try to find a way into this pit. Coconut starts though. Seconds down. John is down, and so is the pit. On top of the Razorvine. XLG have found some step, but Bang and Narrate still stand in their way, and Bang, careful on the corner. Swing on Rarga, reads low, the slide is good. And now it's Narrate. He'll be revealed in a moment, but he'll do the same. Throw that C's in. Spray around the corner. Rarga to half, and happywei keeps XLG.
One, Sen. All players stacked up amount. Probably gets the info.
What? The long range stinger. Coconut, who stood tall in that last retake, has already fallen. Chance for a gun recovery. Bucky Town is exactly where Rarga gets dragged. Narrate is low. It is a rifle pick up for Zekken, and John goes to work. XLG thrust onto the stage, thrust into the spotlight to speak on behalf of their region against the juggernaut of Sen that is dispatched their countrymen one by one by one. Now put it all on Viva. Sentinels have no incentive to push off this site whatsoever. They'll await the chime of the victory music. Viva down at 15 is all too much to do for XLG and Sen.